Well, great. Let's talk a little bit about you and learn a little bit about you. I'd love to find out more about you. So let's go back to the beginning. What was your first break in the biz, and do you remember your first ad or your first campaign?
I was a client.
Ah.
I started as a marketing guy at L'Oreal. That's the reason I have this beautiful hair.
Yeah, the products that really
exactly.
worked.
But then I changed the side and I went to advertising, and I was a controller.
Ah.
Then I was a strategic planner. I was an account guy, a media planner, and then I decided to be a creative, which is an interesting way. But it helps a lot because doing the job that I'm doing at the moment, understanding the whole perspective of the business, makes your life easier. So that was my first thing. But my first ad that I did, it was a big media campaign in Germany. We have in Germany there's a trade magazine called kind of like Forbes, called the Manager magazine.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
That was one of the first things that I did. It was a print. It's for the print campaign.
Okay.
Back at the beginning of the 90s. Yeah.
That's a while ago.
Yeah.
Who would you say was instrumental in your career and in life, and how?
I think Bernbach. I think one of the first things that if you are in advertising and you're thinking about who sets the bar, I think he was the guy who was inspiring almost all the different legends. If you talk about Haggerty, or if you talk to Goodby, Lee Clark, all of them are saying one of the reasons, or the main reason that they joined advertising, was because of him. So he was always like a mentor, a role model. And then the people I used to work with my creative directors back in Germany, and since 10 years the people at DDV, because I joined DDV 10 years ago, and I started to do the German operations. And being in this culture, being in this company was a great inspiration and a learning tool.
If you weren't an ad guy, what do you think you'd do?
Yeah, it's a very good question, because it was an accident. It was not a plan to go into advertising. I don't know. I could do everything. I think as long as you're passionate about something, and as long as you love it, you could have a good life. And I'm not defining it in terms of money or being successful. I'm talking about being happy. So I could imagine, I don't see myself being a controller. Mm-hmm. I like it. I'm still correcting the numbers of our guys. And they are scared of it because I'm a creative. But I don't see myself working in a bank or something like that. Maybe investment banking.
It seems isolated, and I think
maybe investment banking, it would be interesting for a couple of years. And I could do everything. There are some areas of businesses where I'm interested in. And I think if you have enough passion about it, and if you would love it, I would do it.
I mean, I think that's why we love advertising, because you're helping someone run their business, And by the client, why you jump from the client side, you worked on one thing all the time. Now we get to jump around and help people run their business.
I'm still saying to young people, because a lot of people are complaining about, advertising is dying and we are lacking of talent. I said it's still one of the most amazing industries, where you do everything something different.
Right.
It's tough. Yes, it's tough, but it's still very, very interesting and still very inspiring.